Hi guys, my name is Solace and I'm the owner of Black Onyx Beauty, a makeup company. So today I just thought to come on here and just do a makeup tutorial on how to do eyeshadows for hooded eyes. Now, if you look at my eyes and you realize that this part of your eyes, which is referred to as the hood, covers most parts of your lid, then you most likely have hooded eyes. Now, hooded eyes differ from person to person. Not all hooded eyes are the same. So you may have a more protruded hood covering much more of your lid space, so you may not even have a lot of lid space. So before we do our eyeshadow, we need to do our brows first. Now, with hooded eyes, the way your brows are shaped can make or break your eyeshadow look, if you get what I mean. If you draw your brows all the way down here, you are going to have a much more protruded hood, and that is not what we are trying to do. With hooded eyes, we are trying to make it look like we don't have hooded eyes, and we are trying to create more lid space. I'm going to show you exactly how I get mine done. Before I do anything, I usually prime my brows because I'm oily, and I'm using the Pond's. Hi guys, so I had to switch to voiceover because my sound was messing up from this point onwards, and I'm really sorry about that. So let's just go straight into this. I applied the Pond's onto my brows. I primed my eyebrows before drawing in with a pencil because I have oily skin and I don't want my brows to get oily during the day. So that's why I applied the Pond's. That is that particular primer on my brows first. So I'm just drawing and filling in my brows at this point. So I'm just filling it in, and I'm going to be doing the other side as well. So I'm combing it through, and I'm going to be using a concealer to shape it. This is the LA Girl Pro Conceal in Toast. I'm going to be using that to outline the brows. And I usually do not just go straight into my brows. I apply it a little below and then I blend it upwards. It's just a preference. And I'm going to be blending that all over my eyelid, which is going to serve as an eye primer for my eyeshadow as well. So now I'm just blending everything together, making sure that it's all even and it's nice, and I'm blending the top as well. I'm concealing the top as well. And then I use this brush from Yoshi Cosmetics to just blend the edges of the concealer so that it doesn't peek through the foundation when I put on the foundation later. So I'm just adding just a little bit more concealer because I felt like that wasn't enough. So I'm just concealing and blending. And this brush is a dual-ended brush by Color Cosmetics, and I'm blending the edges again. And I'm using this Airspan setting powder to set my eyes. With hooded eyes, you need to set it, otherwise the demarcating line will crease. I'm using this eyeshadow palette from Juvia's Place, and I'm using that orange shade called Morocco. And I'm also using this brush, this rounded brush from Colorbox Cosmetics. I'm going to use this to apply the foundation. I'm going to use this to apply the eyeshadow right on top of the line that you see between my lid and the hood, right on top of that, and it's going to go into the brow bone. It's going to enter the brow bone as you blend, as you place the product. And I like to use this brush to place the product. Then I'll go in for a blending eyeshadow brush as well to blend the shadow very well. So I place it over here just so that I have enough space also to be able to blend the shadow upwards. If I place it right up there close to the eyebrow, I won't be able to blend the shadow very well. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. I really hope that you do. So I'm just placing it right above that line which goes into the brow bone, and then leaving space between the eyebrow and where I'm placing the product. And then with that space, I can blend the eyeshadow upwards. So I just keep adding more eyeshadow as I see fit. You start little by little and then you add as you see fit. So now I am using the blending brush to blend it, and you see how that goes effortlessly upwards into the brow. Do you get that? These brushes are very good, guys. Yeah, it just blends easily, and so there's no harsh line. So it's good where you place your eyeshadow is very important. If you do not place it below the exact place you need it, when you're blending it, it will be difficult, and then you keep seeing the harsh lines. So I'm just adding more eyeshadow as I deem fit. So this is just the transition shade that I'm using at this point. I just added a little bit more. And then I'm blending it again. I'm blending it upwards to prevent any harsh lines. So with eyeshadows, it's all about blending. Blend until you can't blend anymore. Now I'm going in with this darker brown shade called Kenya from the same palette, Juvia's Place palette, Nubian 2 palette. And I'm using the same brush I used to pick the orange shade, the Morocco shade. And this time I'm just placing it on the outer V of the eye. I'm not going all the way in like I did with the orange. So I'm just placing it on the outer V, and I'm going in as well. I'm going just a little bit below the orange shade that I placed, and I'm using another blending brush. This is from Yoshi Cosmetics. These brushes are all Ghanaian brands. So I'm just blending the eyeshadow. So I keep adding more. If I think I need more, then I add more, and then I go in with that other blending brush and I blend the edges together with the orange. Now I'm going back with the first blending brush I used with no product on it, and I am just blending the two colors together. I'm blending the edges together so that it's a smooth transition. So I just with eyeshadows, it's just a back and forth thing. You check to see, blending is very important. So you just check to see if both eyes are blended properly. So you just keep adding as and when you think you need to add or blend more. So I'm blending the insides very well as well, so that it's easy when I add a shimmer shade in there. Now I'm using only matte shades. With hooded eyes, you please, even with all kinds of eyes, you don't need to put shimmer shades on the crease. So I'm going in with this copper shade called Ya. in the same palette, and I'm using this shader brush also from Yoshi Cosmetics, and I'm applying it onto my lid itself now. And I'm applying it on the lid itself, and then I'll go a little bit above the line that you see between my lid and the hood. That little line you see, I'm taking it just a little bit above it, and I'm just shading. And so now I'm going in with the brush I used for the Kenya shade to blend the edges together. I went into the Kenya shade again, and I just used it to blend the edges together. Now I am just adding a little bit more into the corner, and I am trying to blend everything together right now so that it's smooth, you know, no harsh lines anywhere. So I'm going between the brushes. I'm just switching between the brushes. The one I used for the orange shade, the one I used to blend the orange shade, the one I used to blend the brown shade, and I'm just going back and forth with it and blending everything together. And I'm using another blending brush. I have quite a number of brushes, and I'm just blending everything together. Now I'm going in to line my eyes with a Kat Von D. I think it's called the Kat Von D tattoo liner. I think so. I really like this. It's got a felt tip, and it's the best for hooded eyes because our eyes are so small. So we need to do the line very, very small and close to our lash line. Now, when you're doing a wing, when you get to the end of your eye, you stop, and then you draw a straight line from the end of your eye, and I draw it a little bit further from your eye, and then you join it with the top part. I'll do an in-depth video on how to do liner for hooded eyes. You cannot do a very big wing with hooded eyes, unfortunately. And now I'm using mascara. This particular mascara, I don't know where I got it from. I don't know the name. It was a gift from a friend. Yeah. And then I'm going in with a Too Faced mascara as well, called Damn Girl. And this is the finished look. So I'm going to the rest of my face, and I'm using the same Pond's primer. It's for very oily skin, and I'm priming my face with it. And then I'm going to specific areas, my pores, with this Benefits Professional Primer, and I'm drying it up a little bit. Then I am using the Huda Beauty in Coffee Bake to just set it because I have oily skin. This is a hack you can use if you have oily skin to help you get longer wear of makeup. And also now I'm going in with this foundation, the Super Stay, Maybelline Super Stay for oily skin, and this Kabuki brush, flat top brush, foundation brush from Yoshi Cosmetics. And I am just bouncing the foundation. I am not swiping, just bouncing, and I'm going from in to out, in to out. So you just bounce it and you spread, bounce and spread, bounce and spread. I'm covering my ears, I'm going down my neck, and I'm doing this facial expression because I want to prevent that line, you know, no demarcating lines. So I'm applying concealer on all the highlighted areas, or all the areas I need to highlight. The same concealer in Toast. So, and then I'm highlighting the top part of my lips. This is how I do it. So just blend it with, I'm using this beauty sponge from, I think it's Berry Dior. It's also a Ghanaian brand, Ghanaian beauty brand. Yes, I'm using this, and I am blending the edges with the foundation brush so that you can't tell which part is, you know, starting from where. And then I am setting it with the Huda Beauty powder, and I'm using this Maroon Star Blend you know, shade to contour. And I'm blending it upwards and going to my forehead. This brush is also from Yoshi Cosmetics. It's actually their blush brush, but I usually prefer to use that to contour because it's got like a dome shape. And I'm going in with the e.l.f. palette, blush palette, with that shade, with the same brush I used. I place it on top of the contour. Yeah, I don't like too much blush. I just like to blend the two together. And I'm going in with this black pencil to line my eyes from Beth Mian. It's also a Ghanaian brand, a Ghanaian makeup brand. And then I am blending my lower lash line with this brush. And also, this brush is a dual-ended brush from Colorbox Cosmetics. I'm blending everything together, doing the buffing technique with that powder palette is from Flawless Ivy. And I'm blending everything together so that you blend everything together and everything looks smooth and you can't tell what is starting from where. Your face is just seamless. So I'm highlighting my Cupid's bow. This brush is really cool from Colorbox Cosmetics. And then I am lining my lips with the brown pencil, the same pencil I used to fill in my brows. I'm lining my lips, blending the liner, and then applying this nude pink lipstick. It was also a gift. I do not remember the name. And I'm going to be using this gloss from Fenty Beauty. I think it's their Gloss Bomb. And this is the finished look. I hope you guys loved this. I hope you like it. I hope you learned a thing or two from this. And the eyeshadow process was not so hard. I hope you can follow through and, I hope you enjoyed this video actually. So thank you so much for watching.